All right. Well, anyways, guys, let's start with the actual pay-per-view. We're going to start off with the buy-in. They actually had two matches here. So the first one was a tag team of Anna Jay with Harley Cameron going up against Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. And now Penelope Ford is like wearing similar outfits and stuff, so they look more like a legit tag team and not just like Megan and her little lackey. So that's that's something, I guess. But of course, we all remember that one move that was done near the beginning of the match,
which I actually missed.
Oh god! Oh yeah, you were in a bathroom or something. Where Penelope, no, where Anna Jay, which ironically she did have the biggest bottom of all the women in that particular match. It was laying down, on her belly, all that laying down, and what's her face? Hardy Cameron grabbed Penelope Ford by the hair and was like kneel or something, and jammed her face in what's her name, Anna Jay's ass.
So that's what. Oh, I just know it probably was Penelope that suffered.
Yeah. So Penelope got to eat some ass on pay-per-view. It's like, I guess it's like the buy-in. It's like, yo, they got girls eating ass. Where's my credit card? That's how you do a buy-in. But I remember DJF skipped down the pay-per-view and he's like, whoa, there's girls eating ass. Do I regret not buying this pay-per-view? We were doing all the jokes and all the stuff. Johnny, what's your reaction on that? And I want to see your thought on just that moment before we get back to the rest of the match.
Honestly, I don't remember about the whole match, but just that part, now that you mentioned it, I was like, what the hell is going on here? That's what I was thinking.
Ford is doing what Jungle Boy is.
My mind was just like, kind of like, okay, par for the course, I guess, at this point. Like, nothing really shocks me. Like, at this point, I'm shocked she hasn't like used the puppet on a girl. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. Mark my words, it will.
I'm surprised I think Tony Khan would be too squeamish for that.
It's just like I think Vince Russo takes over half of the time with the writing. That's all I'm saying.
That reminds me. We watched the Karate Kid, the new one, and like you always have like the bad bully type character. So the guy who is like, I guess training him or coaching or whatever, the bad influence.
Yeah, the guy running the dojo with the bad kids.
He looks like fucking Vince Russo.
And everything.
And I kept joking, like yeah, hit him hard, bro. Sweep the leg, bro.
I know. I mean, you up there saying stuff like that. I'm trying not to laugh because I'm just thinking.
Like, don't listen to that wax on, wax off shit. They can go wax off themselves, bro. I'll tell you what real karate is, bro. We learned it in the mean streets of Jersey.
Yep. So, anyways, any other notes on the rest of the match before we give our final thoughts there?
Okay, so there are a few things here. So that kind of stood out. Harley did end up doing a double DDT.
Oh, both the girls. Yeah, grabbed them both and slammed them both down.
Let's see. Then Megan did a double German suplex. Megan Bayne did that.
Yeah, showing off the strong.
And then here's another part where apparently Megan grabbed Penelope and tossed her threw her over the ring like as a weapon onto
the other
and Harley and so, and then Harley ended up later on pinning Penelope for the win.
Yeah, she did her finisher, which is literally called finishing move, and she got the pin and everything. And there we go. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting match because a lot of times the buy-in ones are kind of like whatever, but this one was memorable because Hardy's also such a crazy character. She's great in character work and ring work, and I mean something that cheesy too.
I mean, she's getting a little better.
That she's calling it like the finishing move, literally called that. I mean, it kind of goes.
It's like the laziness, like with what's his face, right?
There was one thing I forgot to mention. Apparently, Deonna Purrazzo was recently on a podcast, and she was like talking about how she feels like really upset and like kind of like not betrayed, but just kind of more like heartbroken at the fact that AEW doesn't want put her on TV at all, like even in Ring of Honor, because she's like, they told me like we want to hire you because you're one of the best women's wrestlers, and then they never use me. So I'm like, what? Why am I here? And then like I guess her and Thunder Rosa both feel the same way. Thunder Rosa's not gonna say anything, but Deonna doesn't give a shit. But I'm like, I kind of agree. I'm like, yeah, where is Deanna? I want to. She's one of the best submission wrestlers on the planet. Like, fucking use her, man.
One thing I can say about Thunder Rosa is that I feel like she's more like, I think she's kind of smart about it in certain aspects because she has the plan B. Like she does the whole YouTube, the whole Instagram, all that, social media stuff. So I think that kind of helps her a little bit, considering that AEW also doesn't really do much with Thunder Rosa. So I think at least Thunder Rosa has like a plan B.
Yeah, but at the same time, Thunder Rosa has repeatedly, like, if she says something that makes the place look bad, like she's randomly apologizing because of it, and I'm just like, okay, like, so she wouldn't have to apologize if there was nothing to apologize for, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ranto.
Well, the other thing, as far as I know, Diana is tag teaming with like Taya Valkyrie or something like that. But the thing is, it's mostly Ring of Honor, and someone like Diana's, I guess, stature, she should be feuding with either Mercedes or Tony, even if she loses in the end. But she still should be feuding week in, week out. Jumping Mercedes backstage, all that kind of storyline stuff. But
Mm. All right.
So, any thoughts on the match, real quick, before we move on to the next one and announce who won and who lost? And
it was just fine. It was just kind of a fine opening. It was goofy. That's pretty much it. It was just kind of goofy, but it was fine. It was fun. It was like, okay, cool.
So who took that one?
All right, so for this one, let's see. The winners of the match, as mentioned, were Anna Jay and Harley. So let's see. The only ones who get a point for this match were Mark and William, because everybody else figured that Bane and Ford would win.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Bane is a tougher one, but Penelope took the pin for this one. So next we got this other big tag team or triple threat match. I'm sorry, like a trio, 3-on-3.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
it was the RPG Vice or whatever it was with Team Crew versus Los Titanes, Bandito, and AR Fox. I didn't really think much of it. I can't remember. See, the problem with matches like these, because they're involving luchas, and the luchas, they do all the flipping stuff. I can't keep up. I still root for them to win just because, but it's just whatever. But I will still say this. I really like AR Fox, and I really do feel he's underutilized and he's underrated.
Yeah. And the other thing too is that it's just too fast. Even when you're taking notes, by the time you're knowing that they did whatever, they did like 3 or 4 other things. You know what I mean? It's just too crazy, fast-paced wrestling. But we did have a couple of real notes here and there.
Yeah, Action Andretti apparently got a busted nose during the match.
Yeah.
Which I kind of forgot till I read that.
I'm sure I don't think that was on purpose. That looked like he did get busted up unplanned.
But I just forgot what caused what happened for him to get his nose busted. I thought AR Fox was really cool for this match, honestly. And the Luchas did a 4-way splash.
Yeah, they all splashed on their respective opponents and everything.
Mm-hmm. And the winner of the matches were the Luchas and AR Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And for this one, everyone gets a point except for Jack.
Oh, he was the contrarian.
Yes.
I could have sworn I voted for them. All right. Well, I think it's because I just I'm like I don't know. I'm just kind of, my mindset's just like, I thought he was gonna do some I thought Rocky was gonna do some shit heel stuff, but he doesn't. So I was like, all right.
Any quick thoughts, Johnny?
It's kind of like those matches, kind of like what Wendy says, that with the whole lucha libre thing, everybody's going so fast and everybody doing so much like flippy shit left and right. It's kind of hard to keep track who is who sometimes.
Yep.
And on the contrary, I personally believe like Leo Rush is a little bit underrated. Like they don't really use him that much, in my opinion. Like he is a very good wrestler, but they kind of put him like in the shadow for the most part. But I'm just glad that Bandito won the match.